Coach, third day of camp already in the books. You're getting more and more players every single day. I can see the competition level out there is intensifying. You're getting into it as well. How are things going?
Good, progressing well. A little bit more difficult than in years past with the numbers and just trying to throw it together, especially with us having to play Friday, Saturday. But we're getting things accomplished each day and getting more and more personnel in, which will help, and just trying to get everybody settled in and so we can ultimately get to our group that we're going to roll into the regular season with.
Is it hard for teaching? Because it seems like you're going to have to reteach everyone every single day. And it's one thing if it's just one player or two players, but you're getting 4, 5, and then potentially more coming in on a day-by-day basis.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. And planning this out is I wanted to do it where we're not going to hit on our structure stuff in the first couple days. I just don't want to be repeating myself and having to reteach it, and then guys are tuning you out, and then all of a sudden, you're just getting really repetitive. So we're going to wait a little bit. We started to hit on it, a lot of it today, just so everybody knows the general ideas of what we're trying to do on Friday night. It's a little bit scrambly. We did a little bit of even man situations today with some neutral zone and some 4-on-4 at the end. So that's a little bit worrisome, but we'll get into some 5-on-5 stuff, and hopefully we can get guys on the same page and some line combinations and guys getting familiar with one another as line mates to help Friday and Saturday, because you want guys to put their best foot forward and show what they've got, and put them in a good position to succeed, and that's what we're trying to do, so we can see what some of these guys are capable of.
It seems like the excitement level continues to grow with every single shift. In fact, I can tell you're excited out there. I saw you throwing the checks around and giving a couple of whacks, so it's a fun atmosphere even though there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm right into it, but I will tell you this, and it's not a negative, but you can tell there's a major difference in this year to last year. Like, you've got a lot of guys coming in and it's a little bit quieter and nobody's really taking the bull by the horns, and leadership's kind of like, where do I fit here? So we're going to have to put an extra emphasis. I'm going to talk to Rye about it right now, about getting guys comfortable in here, and they've just been sent down. I know that's a process, and I know that's hard, and it's not easy, and you're just kind of getting into a new room. But we've got to make sure that this final week here we're putting an extra emphasis on guys getting to know one another, getting them comfortable with me and not quiet on the ice talking. So that's just something I've noticed.
And then final question for me, Coach. Yesterday was certainly a big news story for the ECHL and for the Stingrays in terms of those 7 new teams coming into the league, all part of the old Central Hockey League, including a team that you played for in the Tulsa Oilers. What are your thoughts on the expansion? I mean, certainly it's an exciting time, especially to see an old hometown for you.
I think it's great. I think it's great. Those are definitely the cream of the crop when you're talking about organizations in the Central Hockey League. So you add 7 really stable franchises, great fan bases, great places to play. It just strengthens our league and our product. And now there's a bunch of different elements that come in here. Now we're the only AA league in North America. So all of a sudden now, when NHL and AHL teams are looking to place players, like, there's one league to put them in. So this may, I don't think right away, but this could now turn into something where the wheels are in motion for this to become a 3-level NHL, AHL, ECHL, and have the same organization straight up through, similar to baseball. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there, but I think it would be great for hockey in North America. I think it would be really beneficial for player development and professional players in North America.
Sorry, a quick follow-up. When Evansville and Fort Wayne first came into the league, they kind of struggled a little bit out of the gate just to get used to the style of play and the intensity of play, especially the coaching staff having to sign and look for different kinds of talent. Now you got 7 new teams, and you're the reigning ECHL Coach of the Year. So if the phone wasn't already ringing constantly because of players, it seems like you're going to have coaches picking your brain as well.
Yeah, I had a couple already. But I don't envy the position they're in right now. That is tough on those guys, and when you're thrown into the fire with now new salary cap, new players, you've recruited Central League players, guys that were going to stay there. Now you got to worry about call-ups. Now you got to worry about affiliates. Now you got to worry about a CBA and all the stuff with the PHPA. So I don't envy the position those guys are in, but I will help them any way I can. I've always believed that the coaches need to help each other at the minor league level. So it'll help them a little bit, though, that they're not playing all the ECHL teams. They'll keep with their schedule and be able. So at the end of the day, I mean, they're going to place wherever they would have this year, and their 4 teams will qualify for the playoffs, and then see how that shakes out. But it's not going to have a huge impact on where they finished in the standings and that, because it would have been the same as what they would have if they had played in their own league.
And you bring absolutely, and you bring up the standings too. Now you have more competition. It's not a couple of teams out of the Eastern Conference will get in there. So now you got a lot more, I guess, intensity and a lot more teams trying to fight for spots.
Yeah, and I told Rob that yesterday. I said, vote against that. No. It does. All of a sudden now we go from 5-team division, 4 make it, great odds of making the playoffs, to now 4 teams make the playoffs out of 7. And then on top of that, you add a team like Reading and Elmira. Both teams have had a lot of success, especially Reading over the last 4 years. Larry is pretty good at this gig now, having been in this league for a while, and knows how to put together a real good roster. So I'm sure his team's going to be very, very strong. And then the South has proved over the last 4 years is the best division in the league in terms of record and points and win percentage. So it's not going to be easy, but long term and for the strength of the league, I think it's a good move in the right direction.